What's going on, everybody? It's Elijah Lee here today. Welcome back to my channel. And with The Last of Us Part 2, honestly, it's not as bad as everybody says the game is. Honestly, the game is really, really good in many ways. Like, the gameplay, parts of the story, and the characters. There's some good characters in the game, honestly. And in my opinion, the game, I said it once before, I think the game is, in my opinion, 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10 to nearly a 7.5. The reason I say that is because, the gameplay is amazing. It's some of the best gameplay I've ever seen, I've ever played. And with the storyline, it could have been written better. The story could have been written better. The characters could have been written better. I just feel like the characters that we all love, like Ellie and Joel, they really changed up in The Last of Us Part 2. When Joel died, it's just the way they executed his death wasn't the way that we wanted him to die out. Take Lee from The Walking Dead, the Telltale series, the way he died, that's how you should kill off a character in a zombie apocalypse type game. You know what I'm saying? And, there's likable characters in this game. One of my favorite characters in this game, besides Joel and Ellie, was Jesse. And it just makes no sense how, I think Jesse got shot in the eye or the face. I'm not sure. He survived and he died, right? But, yeah, don't forget about Tommy either. I'm glad that he didn't die, because when Tommy got shot, I thought he died. I was about to be like, wow, they killed off another character too. Which I want to talk about Tommy as well. Because they really just changed every single character from the first game like that. They really changed how Joel, Ellie, and Tommy and Maria reacted. Just, acted as characters. They acted way more different. I get it, Joel has been living, the life he wanted to live, basically. But he shouldn't have changed. With the ambush scene in the first game, I forgot which part it was, when he had to, when there's this dude out in the street and, he knew that was an ambush. But yet when he sees Abby, when he goes in there, he should have known that it was an ambush. But yet, for some odd reason, he doesn't know that it's an ambush. You know what I'm saying? It just makes no sense at all. It makes zero sense how he didn't even notice that it was an ambush when Abby and their whole gang was there. And the fact that Tommy told them where Jackson was, it just makes no sense. That's not how their characters were in the first game. They were more hostile. They're more alerting. I don't know. I honestly do not know, why they changed up the characters so much. Joel and Ellie had a character development in the first game. You can see the character development in the game. Where's the character development in this game? I'm barely done with the game, but I've seen the gameplay before. I've seen the storyline before. I know what happens in the end. But I'm really not sure, But besides that, the game is actually pretty good. Storyline, could have been written better. The characters could have been written better. Joel and Ellie should have, the best part of the game was the Joel and Ellie flashbacks, guaranteed. Because if they would have just started off with the Joel and Ellie flashbacks and you just continued off like that, then the game wouldn't be as controversial, If they started off with the Joel and Ellie flashbacks and then, led up to Joel's death, then the whole story would have been better. But, we waited 7 years for this, and this is what we get. And it's not the most disappointing game of all time. It's just a big punch to the face. Because we waited 7 years, everybody was hyped up, and then look, the game got leaked, and then all of this happened. And it's just crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy. I find really crazy too is just the fact how when the game came out, people sent death threats to Naughty Dog Games in the cast of The Last of Us Part 2. And I think when the game first came out, Abby wasn't really a likable character in the game. And they sent death threats to the actress of the game. And honestly, that's just too far to just send death threats in general. If you don't like something, just instead of sending death threats, just say your opinion, but don't send death threats, because that's just way too far. Seriously. And look, I understand if you don't enjoy a game, you can speak your opinion, but if you're gonna send death threats, if you're going that far, what's the point of just speaking your opinion? You know what I'm saying? Seriously, don't send death threats, because what point does that make? You're just making them feel bad about the game. Seriously, come on now. You know what I'm saying? Gonna be it for today's video. If you all enjoy, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Until then, I will see you all in the next video.